Hi, I'm Avery. I am the glass blower for the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry here at Kent State. I was hired in May, and I am responsible for fixing things, making new things, and hopefully not breaking too many other things. So this is where most of the glass blowing itself is done. This is the main bench. This is my main torch, and then here I've got my savior, the glass blowing lathe. What this does is it holds the glass, and it also spins it for me so I can go grab a drink of water or talk to coworkers. So after I am done making a piece of glassware, it needs to be annealed in this large oven. Annealing reduces the physical strain out of the glass, and it makes it much stronger. So if anyone has taken a hot cup of water, pour boiling water into a glass mug, it would potentially break. That's thermal strain right before your eyes, and this helps to alleviate some of that. So behind me I've got a grinding wheel, and I can use that to grind things down, polish glass, do whatever I need to do with that. Right here I've got a vacuum manifold set up so I can evacuate different pieces of glassware, and that is used for basically making a thermos. It is a really great insulator, so this station gets used fairly regularly. And then right here, I've got a glass wet saw, and I'm able to saw through tubing or any kind of glass that I need to. And again, this gets used fairly often. And I have an assortment of machine screws, nuts and bolts, fuses, and other electrical components in here, and many more in storage. And so I can do a lot of mechanical and electrical repairs here. Over here, this is where I have all of my stock glass, because it comes in tubes in various sizes, diameters, thicknesses, and also rods. And I use those as my stock material for blowing glass on the bench or on the lathe. I also have various joints, and stopcocks, and more joints, more stopcocks and stoppers. So in glass blowing, not only do we get to look really cool with our sunglasses, but these sunglasses actually have a very specific lens. And when you stick glass into a flame, the sodium in it ends up glowing nice and yellow. And that yellow glow gets really tiring on the eyes after a while, and also you just can't see what you're doing. So these have neodymium and praseodymium in them, and that filters out that sodium flare. So when I stick this in there with these glasses on, I don't see any of that yellow. And a lot of times people are like, doesn't it get hot next to the flame like that? The flame is not really putting off any heat other than what's blue. Any heat that I'm getting is from the glass itself now that it's actually hot. And you can blow it up and make some really fun shapes. But this is like really thinner than paper thin, so it's really fragile. So the trick is to get it to be even, thick, and strong, and that is the joy of glass. This hose connected to the backside of the tubing, plugged in by a rubber stopper with a hole through it. So when this is closed off, which will hopefully be pretty soon, I can then inflate it if I need to, or just use my breath to shape the glass. Favorite part of the job is working with people and seeing the ideas, and then working with the people, and then actually making something, and when they actually get to hold that thing in their hand, they're like, this is awesome!